Hi, I'm Colin and welcome to How to Paint Watercolors. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll paint this one. Hello everyone and welcome back to Painting Watercolors with me, Colin. I'll give you a quick rundown of the colours we're going to be using for this one. Raw sienna, citrus yellow, cobalt blue, red oxide, transparent, then umber, French ultramarine and a little bit of permanent crimson. Some people may have noticed that I've put a few speed paintings up. This is only because I'm busy with about 8 to 10 oil paintings, which will take me some time. If you can see from the photograph, the actual background of this is quite busy. So I'm going to simplify it a little bit. I might put a little bit of crimson in that cobalt blue. Just take it up there a bit, yeah, there we go. Touch more. It's just a question of getting this on, and if you add a little bit of crimson to the blue, it will stop it going green, really, when it hits the raw sienna, because it's an earth yellow. And I'm going to simplify the background, so I'm just getting this on, and that's your sky. Very pale, very simple. I'll take some of the citrus yellow, and I'm just dropping it in there. Might need a bit of this. With it being an earth colour, it will sort of stay where you put it, even though there's a film of water on the paper. Just smushing this up a little bit, smush a little bit more yellow in, just changing it up a little bit. So this is just really a background. I'm going to take some French ultramarine and some burnt umber, just to create a grey, a dark grey. And then I just want to prop this up slightly. I do have some masking fluid along the top on the capping stones on the bridge. I'll take some of this. I'm just going to put some fir trees in, I think. Let's just check how much that will spread. Okay. And I was just checking to see how much it would spread, so I'm going to take an oil brush, fan brush, or any bristle brush. Now we'll put, there's a lot of bushes in the background here, but I don't want a 4-hour video where I'm putting them all in. It can be quite tedious. So I just want to create just a look of some trees in the back. And I'm just tapping these in, almost like a bit of Bob Ross, just allowing them to drift. Not too much paint on the brush. It really can be that simple. Add some more burnt umber to it. And you can pull some bushes and twigs. Right, and that's all I want to do for the background, so I'm going to let that dry. I do want to put a few more bushes in the background here. It's just to help frame the bridge. I'm going to take my mop brush and just touch in some foliage, just using the tips of the brush. Bring some water into the bridge. Some red oxide. That's a nice thing to do. I'm going to take some alizarin crimson and drop it in there. There's a little bit of green. And then I just want to lie this flat. I'm going to make the dark. And then I want to drop some of this in. Flagstones here, or big flat stones coming into the river. So I just want to drop a little red oxide, just a little touch of burnt umber. Gives a little bit of variation in the wash. Nothing specific. Let's bring some of this in round here. Bring it into the brown. I want this to melt together. Just going to add some red oxide to that. At the same time, just dropping in some crimson, the path, relatively very light. And I just want to check, I just want to put some pebbles in this. So I'm just going to scrape it in with a palette knife. I just want to paint in the dark of this under bridge. I've taken some of that colour, French ultramarine, burnt umber with some crimson in it, and we could just paint that in. I also want to add some of the thicker mixture. I watered it down a bit there just to get some difference in value, and I'm just darkening one side of it as it goes under. Begin to pick out the stonework. Put some rocks in. What I'm going to do, I'm going to scrape these in. So I'm going to put some raw sienna in first, some burnt umber. I don't want too many of these in it, to be honest. I could have put rocks in the river as well, but for this I'm not going to. Sometimes you have to decide how long you want your video to be. I'm just getting the general shape in with some shading as well, and then I'm going to drop some of this really dark colour in. I'm going to leave it there for a minute or two for the paint to start to dry. But I do also want to take some cobalt blue, put it in there. Where this little waterfall is, I just want to pull the side of this brush. Just some water over the top, it just adds a little bit of movement. Some of this citrus yellow, I'm going to pop it in there. Take a little tiny bit of the French ultramarine because I just want to change it towards a yellowy green, very opaque this. Then I'm going to take my oil brush, some on the tips, Some bushes in here. And I'm going to take some more of the blue. Just a touch of the crimson. A bit more French ultramarine. Just a very fast way of doing it, this. So the bridge is the main event, the rest of it is just the supporting act. Dark into it along the bottom, just to give the bushes some depth. I'm going to take a damp brush, just catch the bottom. Creating a shadow, a little bit of movement. Still waiting for the rocks to dry a little bit more. Take some of this colour where the slabs are, so I'll put some strokes in. Just grazing them slightly with the brush. A little bit of thick of colour, French ultramarine, burnt umber, into that just to thicken it and darken it. Just want to add a little bit of shadow. I'm still waiting for them rocks. Got my palette knife, now it's been about 10-15 minutes, and I've just checked it on this one and it seems to be okay. So I'm just going to remove some paint off this. Just basically on one side. Just giving this rock some texture. Damp brush, sort of attach it to the ground. Some of the bush colour that we had, I'll drop a little bit more red into that because I want to change it a little bit. I'm just going to add some texture into the grass, but really not much. Some of the cobalt blue, so it's quite watery as it is. I'm using the cobalt blue because it's in the sky. Just a little violet colour. I do want to touch that rock and just get it to run into the water. Maybe that will give us just a little reflection. I'll take some of the darker blue, French ultramarine, pop that in there. Some burnt umber, give you a very grey blue. These are all horizontal strokes. Straightforward French ultramarine on the top, I think it's for a little bit of darker blue colour. Take some of the colour I've been using for the bridge. Blues make this a little bit darker, touch of crimson. Just makes an interesting dark colour. Turn this into a birch tree. just a few branches on for now. So again, take some more of my yellow. Make a nice darker green. Taking a dry mop brush into the yellow first on the tips. Get a little bit more darker colour. Just adding some real deep shadow. And then I'm just going to leave that to dry. Now it's dry, I just want to put a couple of wind streaks in the water, so I've got a ruler and a craft knife blade, and this is where you really do need to get them straight. They work better that way. A couple of birds in the sky. 3 I think. I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, click the like button and subscribe. It really does help with YouTube's algorithm. And I'm not sure when I'll be able to do another one, but I will do my best until things calm down a bit for me. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.